I'm a boss chick, yeah, I'm a boss lady. I be calling shots, I be getting money. I'm a boss chick, yeah, I'm a boss lady. I be calling shots, I be getting money.
Hey, welcome to I Look Good Naked podcast with Terry J. Vaughn, and I have a super fantastic guest host with me today. And you introduce yourself, but she's our amazing producer for our podcast, I Look Good Naked, and our producer in Nina Holiday and her own several of her own independent projects. And what is your name? Who are you, ma'am?
Hi, this is Melissa Young, guys. Hi.
Yay! Melissa is joining me today. Cass is on vacation with her family, which is so important. So we're very happy and excited that Cass is doing that. And I will actually be going on vacation with my family next week. So this is our episode number 20, right, Melissa?
Yes, this is 20.
And this episode will wrap up our first season of I Look Good Naked. And I feel like we need some applause and some claps and some banners and fireworks. Woo! So it's been an amazing journey. Cass and I have both really enjoyed doing this podcast, and we're looking forward to coming back with our season 2 with more amazing guests. And I don't know, when are we coming back?
Oh, we are coming back. Did we set our hiatus?
I think the week after July 4th.
Week after July 4th.
The week after July 4th, we will.
So that is the week. We will actually be back on July 10th, Tuesday, July 10th.
July 10th. Cool. So we're excited about that. And again, just want to thank all of you guys for supporting us, for listening to the podcast, for commenting, for giving us 5 stars, for just inspiring us and really cheering us on. We do not take it lightly. We really appreciate it. And you know, our prayer is that we have just added something to your life, whether it was some laughter or some joy or something to think about or some motivation or something that you didn't know that you learned. We hope that we are serving you in a way that is beneficial and a blessing to you guys.
Yes.
So thank you. And I feel like we owe a round of applause here for our fantastic followers.
Yes.
Okay. Yay. I know that Cass usually does the quote of the day. So really, Melissa, you should be doing this.
Okay.
Because you're filling in for her. But being the controlling and anal person I can be sometimes, I have went ahead and got a quote of the day.
Okay.
But did you have one, Melissa?
No, I didn't, which is odd because I am a quote master. I'm one of these people that have quotes everywhere, all over my house and on my vision board and on my mirrors. So yeah, that's odd that I wouldn't have one. But let's do the one you have.
That's okay. So this quote today comes from Lisa Nichols, who Melissa and I were just talking about. She's just this fantastic, more than a motivational speaker. I think that she's definitely living in her calling and her purpose. But this is a quote from her. Most want the convenience of transformation in their lives without the inconvenience. Most want the convenience of transformation without the convenience. I'm sorry, let me say that again. This is why this is Cass's job and not mine. Most want the convenience of transformation in their lives without the inconvenience. And we'll pause and let y'all take that in. But basically, she's saying is that, you know, a lot of us, we want change, we want better lives, we want more money, we want better careers, we want love in our lives, but we don't want to be inconvenienced to get it. We want it to just come and, you know, while we're chilling and we're not stretched or challenged in any way. And in order to change and to get the most out of life and to transform your life, you're going to have to be inconvenienced. You're going to
Absolutely.
have to get up earlier or stay up later or
Yeah.
go run that extra mile or read that extra book, or, and I, this is a reminder to me because I listen to Lisa Nichols all the time. And, I've heard her say this on many platforms. And it's definitely a wake up call for me. Sometimes I have to jolt to myself because, it does our life get hectic.
Yeah.
Melissa's a single parent,
Yeah.
a producer, entrepreneur. I'm not a single parent, but I have 3 kids at home. I'm an entrepreneur, all the things. And sometimes we're just fucking tired. And
Yeah.
so we want to shut down. And, if we want to live these lives that we imagine and we dream of, sometimes we can't shut down. We just have to keep going still. If we want it, we got to go get it.
That's so true. That quote for me is like I needed to hear that today, and I need to hear it every day because it's times that I'm just exhausted and I'm thinking, it'll be fine if I just let me just go to bed now, and
Hmm.
not stay up an hour longer. But if I push myself and stay up that hour longer, I find that not only do I get, more done, but I feel
Hmm.
better about what I'm doing the next day. So I mean,
Right.
and it is oftentimes a lot of the stuff that we do, it does feel like it's an inconvenience, but I
Yeah.
think it pays off in the end. And I absolutely love her. So I think I listen to her a lot, and I think that's a great quote for today. I love it.
Yeah. Good. I mean, and when she expands upon it, she quotes her grandmother, who used to always tell her, "Your conviction, which is your passion, your conviction and your convenience don't live on the same block."
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
That is
your
so.
conviction and your convenience do not live on the same block. So which street you gonna live on?
Which street are you going to live on? That is profound.
Yeah,
I love that.
yeah. She says you have to sign up for inconvenience. If you want to change your life, that means you are signing up to be inconvenienced, and you just need to know that. But it's worth it in the end. So a round of applause for Lisa Nichols. Well, she's
Great quote.
also we can hold our applause for her because she's also my woman of the day.
Oh, cool.
So I'm just going to briefly read. So, first of all, this woman is, well, let me just read what they have here. Lisa Nichols, um, born May 18th, 1966, from Los Angeles, California. I know she grew up in South Central. She's an entrepreneur and CEO of the company Motivating the Masses. She is a motivational speaker and is also a published author of several books. Starting as a single mother in public, I'm sorry, starting as a single mother on public assistance, she expanded her business and enhanced her life to achieve the title of a millionaire entrepreneur.
Wow.
She has won several awards for her charity work, including the Humanitarian Award for the country of South Africa. She has one son, Jelani. And what I love about her, I mean, she's from South Central. She found herself as a single mother when her son was 8 months old, and his father went to prison, and he's still in prison.
Wow.
As far as I know the last time I heard her interview, it was earlier this year, and he was still in prison. And so she found herself with this 8 month son and not having any money. She didn't have money to buy him Pampers, and for 3 days, she was wrapping her son in a towel.
Wow.
And she made a vow and a promise to him that they would never be this broke again. And when she says when she made that statement, and she never looked back. She said from that point on, she just set out and made a plan. And, she didn't really know what she was doing, but she just knew she was never going to be broke again. And look at where she is now. I mean, she's just, she was on public assistance, living in South Central, single mom, broke, and the woman is a millionaire. She is a millionaire.
Wow.
And it's all from just really following her passion,
Yeah.
And making the choice, and definitely being inconvenienced along the journey. But she had a plan, she had a focus, and I think that she is worth being our woman in history of the day.
Excellent.
So round of applause for Lisa Nichols.
Excellent woman of the day. Wow.
I actually saw her on Oprah when she was when they were traveling, doing The Secret, talking about The Secret, because she's one of the teachers of The Secret.
The Secret, yes, she is. I think that's the first time that I saw her. I wasn't aware at that time that she was a motivational speaker. I just saw her in The Secret, which was the first time that I encountered The Secret was years ago when I first moved from New York to Atlanta, and my best friends came down for New Year's because we weren't ready to be separated yet. All of us were a little clique. And that's what we did before we decided to go out New Year's Eve. We all had the book and we watched The Secret. And that's the first time that I saw her. And I was like, oh, she's interesting.
Oh.
And then maybe a year later, I discovered some of her motivational talks on YouTube and have been familiar with her ever since. She's amazing. Just her thought process.
Fantastic. So yeah. I've been listening to her religiously now. And it hasn't even been that long.
Yeah.
But maybe for the past couple of months. But I listen to her and read stuff by her just about every day. Yeah. And I literally feel great. I feel so inspired and empowered.
Yeah.
I heard her, she said something about let me see, I take a lot of notes on her too. Mm-hmm. She has said, I am my rescuer, meaning, whatever I need to get back up, mm-hmm. It's already in me. And if it's not in me, I can go get it.
Absolutely.
And she says that is true of anybody, of any person. You are your own rescuer. You have what it takes within you to get back up. Or if you don't have it, you can go get it. And that's what she lives by.
I love that.
I do too.
And I believe that. I buy into that. I subscribe to that 100%. I think it's absolutely true. I forget it sometimes.
Of course. Of course we do.
And need to be reminded, but definitely subscribe to that.
So we usually have a Cass and Terry moment, just sharing something that happened during the week or whatever. Do you have anything? What's up with you, Melissa Young?
Oh, my goodness, what happened during the week? I think it was all great, positive things that happened. I had a film workshop that was wonderful with young people.
Yes.
That was great. That was super awesome. And I think the best thing that came out of that was, I think sometimes we get so bogged down with what we're doing, with what we've learned to do and how we're doing it professionally, that we sometimes forget the fun that we used to have doing it. And so working with the young people this past week, it just reminded me of the fun that I used to have, on the streets of New York shooting film. It just reminded me. And I learned so much from them, because let me tell you, these young kids, the way that they think is so drastically different than the way that I now, have evolved to thinking. And it's refreshing to see just a different take on things, how they just find everything extremely simple. you know,
Mm-hmm.
and watching them simplified a lot of things for me again that I'd allowed to get complicated when it comes to the filmmaking process. So
Right.
it was pretty cool and pretty awesome to just, you know, be with them and learn from them, you know, as well as share what little knowledge that I had with them. That was pretty cool.
Well, you didn't say what little knowledge. You have a wealth of knowledge. You're so hilarious.
No,
But
you know, it's just I'm always like, you know, I'm always just trying to learn, trying to find a way to get, you know, more, learn more, get to
of
the next
course.
level of you know, get to the next level of being and all encompassing. But
Right.
knowledge to me is infinite, and so I feel like I only know a tiny bit of what I hope to know, you know, for the rest of the time that I'm on this planet. I don't know. And just watching them, I learned something the whole week, like
Of
each day.
course.
It was
That,
amazing.
that's the beautiful thing about young people, about children and youth, is that they do view the world differently. For one thing, they're coming up in a completely different kind of world than we
Yes,
grew up in. So of course the way they think and operate is just different. I mean, it's not even in our mindset to even think in that way.
it's so
So
true.
it's beautiful that you know got to do that, and that you're receptive and open to receiving, learning from them.
Yeah,
You know, because yeah, we're wise and we have stuff to share, and that is absolutely powerful and beautiful. So you were able to give that, but it's also very beautiful on the other hand to learn from these young minds that are free and uninhibited.
that is
um
so true. They're so
yeah, I mean,
uninhibited.
I love that.
Me too.
I
It's
love that.
pretty amazing to watch.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
yeah.
just watching Lola just really, she really, that girl teaches me so much.
Oh
She's my
gosh.
teacher. I'm like, thank you, God, for
Thank
sending me this
you.
teacher. And you
Absolutely.
know, when I tell you, she is just so free, and literally she could do anything. And so I'm like, that's right, Lola. Mommy can do anything too.
That's right. That's where I take it from. I,
And I forgot.
I watch Carter. He has such what I call an engineering mind, because
Hmm.
he just goes around the house and he finds these things that, you know, I normally, an adult would say, well, those two don't go together. That's not going to work. And he's like, he'll find a way to make them go together. And it's like, see,
That's
mommy,
right.
look, they fit together. You just have to do this. So
Yep.
it's amazing to watch, like just the way that they go through this space, you know, and figure it all out very easily.
Yep.
It's absolutely amazing. Like yeah, I'm flabbergasted every time I watch him as well. Like
Yep.
our big thing this week was he surprised me by showing me that he knows how to control the Apple TV remote, which
You tell them how old Carter is.
Carter is 4.
Yep.
He's 4, and he's constantly yeah, surprising me. So and I'm looking at him because like I have to explain to adults when they come like how to do the Apple TV remote, because you know
Right.
Apple has to make everything complicated so they can seem, you know, the
Right.
all being um
Right.
technology. And he just gets it. He's like, look, mommy, I'll show you. I can find Doc McStuffins.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
finds her. And I'm just
They're
standing
so
there
dope.
looking at him. I know kids are absolutely amazing.
Yep. So that is a lesson for all of us old Bettys and old Billies. Take a listen to the kids. There's lots to learn there.
From the mouth of
Well,
babes.
I was really fortunate this weekend to
Yes.
go to
Oh, that's right.
Miami
Yes.
for the American Black Film Festival. Just a big shout out to Jeff Friday, who, you know, just his vision and his passion and his love for, you know, independent filmmakers of color. He's at this platform. Oh my God, how long has ABFF been going?
Oh my goodness. I don't. Let me see, because it was. We can find that out.
Yeah, I mean,
It's been a
but it
while.
was so amazing. The energy was amazing. The support from the filmmakers was amazing. I went to several HBO panels, just different executives, just talking about, just giving advice on, some were writing workshops, some were comedy workshops, some were like getting your project seen, how to pitch, just all the different things. There was a fantastic talk back with the producer. He's a producer and writer of Insecure. His name is Ben Corey Jones. And oh my God, this dude is so freaking amazing. His talk just about his writing and his writing styles and just his advice and his journey, it was just incredible. And
Wow.
I was just really thankful to be there.
Yeah.
And it was just the exchange of energy. Just, a lot of the executives from some of the networks, of course, BT, TV1, and just the love that they show. Because, a lot of times you go to these industry events and you just don't know what the energy is going to be, because
That's true.
our industry is so full of fear.
Yes.
People just so fearful of losing positions, somebody getting ahead of them, somebody having something that they don't have. But when I say, so, when I went there, I was very excited because we were screening our film, The Lion's Crumbs, which
Yes.
did very well, and people cracked up like crazy. They think my husband is bananas, and he is. Started in this film with me, but it was really funny. And the response was great. So thank everyone who came out to see it. But, so I'm going there and I'm so thankful for the support from Jeff Friday and Lamonia, who helps him run the film festival. But then, of course, I'm traveling. I traveled alone, and I usually am not alone. I'm with Cass or my husband or somebody. So I traveled out there alone, and I'm like, I just hope it's good energy. I'm, already kind of equipping myself to get my skin a little thick, because you just don't know what the energy is going to be.
Right. You never
But,
know.
when I tell you, when I got there, the response and reception to me was amazing. And I was just floored, and I was just so thankful. Everyone was
That's
just
awesome.
so inviting, so loving, so excited about me directing now, and supportive, and wanting to, just provide opportunities, even trying to see what kind of opportunities they can provide for me to direct and stuff. So it was just
That's
amazing.
awesome.
So
Yeah.
again, just going through situations with, I guess, just, positive thoughts and positive energy and being genuine. That was the other thing that I felt a lot of,
Yeah.
just genuineness and not phony Hollywood stuff.
That's
And I
good.
can probably equate that to the leader, Jeff Friday,
Absolutely.
because that's his energy. And then there was a talk with Ryan Coogler, girl.
Wow.
Ah,
I missed that.
so this young man who's from Oakland, California, and you know how I feel about my folks from the Bay
Yes.
Area. His talk, I would probably say this man is the most humble person of power in Hollywood I've ever met, because he
Wow.
is in a position of power. He just directed Black Panther, which it has grossed over
I think
is it over
I think it
100
crossed.
million?
Yeah. I think it crossed the. Let's see. I think it I know.
Listening to this man talk about, growing up in Oakland and the stuff that he, just his childhood, living in a
Billion. I'm
middle
sorry.
class family.
Yeah. I'm sorry. 1.3 billion.
Yes, 1.3 billion. For a movie that cost 200 million.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, so his movies have been, he did a short film, which was his first film that he entered into ABFF, and it won the HBO Short Film Award. That was his introduction into Hollywood. After that, he went from that to doing Fruitvale.
Yeah.
Then from that, he did Creed,
Creed.
and now Black Panther. And and when I say he's so Bay Area, Mel, when he was talking and just his, just Bay Area people just have the coolest swag I've ever met. This is why I love being from the Bay. And hearing him talk about living in Oakland, growing up in Oakland, his parents being just a regular working class family who loved the movies. He never even, thought about making a movie career. That was not something thought about growing up in Oakland. And him and his wife, they met in college. She was the one that bought him Final Draft the first time when one of his teachers told him that he should think about writing films. His wife bought him Final Draft, and he just spoke really highly of his family and Final Draft. And this was funny. One of the questions that the interviewer asked was, the night of the premiere of Black Panther, were you just crazy nervous, or what were you feeling? And he was like, me and my wife flew 50 of our family members from the Bay Area. And he said, my biggest concern and what I was nervous about was all our older grandparents who had to be in wheelchairs. Like, are their clothes going to fit right with them sitting in their wheelchairs? Is the hotel rooms going to be ready and right for when they land? And are all my folks, my cousin and them, are they going to behave and be on their best behavior when they get here? Because they still are Oakland folks, and they are not going to change from that flight from Oakland to LA and be a different kind of people. He was like, so that was my concern, just thinking be taken care of. So he said it took the stress off of the movie. He wasn't even thinking about the movie. He was thinking about them.
Wow.
I thought that was hilarious.
That is.
So this was my first time ever meeting him. I got to, briefly meet him and his wife, and, got to tell him how proud I was of him, being a kid from Oakland, because I'm from the Bay. And he was like, oh, dude, I grew up watching you. I was like, oh my God.
That's awesome.
So it was a beautiful moment. It was great. And I'm so thankful that I went to ABFF this year. And
it's a great festival. It's a great. I've had the opportunity to go several times. Twice in Miami and once in New York. It's a great festival. It's always been loved. When I was there, and it's been around since 1996, if I'm correct.
Wow.
Yeah.
So big ups to Jeff Friday and the whole team of the American Black Film Festival. You guys really outdid yourselves. It was so many things going on you could not attend. Like, stuff was overlapping, and there was so many good things going on that it was you couldn't attend everything. But I am really happy with the stuff I got to sit in on. It was amazing. So thank you, Jeff Friday and team.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad that was a great weekend for you.
Yeah, it was. And since we're talking about entertainment now anyway, so I'm just going to put this out there because this is I Look Good Naked and I Can Be Raw and Honest.
Okay.
So one of the movies that I saw some of, which was really hard to watch, so I didn't want to see all of it, was there's this documentary coming out on Whitney Houston.
Oh.
And I believe it's the documentary that her family has put together. It was very raw, candid. What I felt was, this is great information and great purging for their family to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
I did not believe that this was all information that the public needed to know.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's very revealing. And, I just feel like some stuff is family stuff, y'all.
Right.
And some stuff you share with the public. And I just didn't agree with them revealing all the stuff that they put into this documentary.
Oh, I can't wait to see it. I think I tend to be which is what I'm about to say is very, very odd. I tend to lean more towards the less is more type of things, which is odd for someone who gets on stage. But but I just feel that way. I think that the lines are getting so blurred now with
Yeah.
what should be revealed to the public, because we're getting to a point where people think that everything that goes on in someone's life is privy to
No,
them, and it's just not. It's
I
just
just don't
not.
believe that. No,
You
I agree.
know,
It
there
is
is
not.
there is still and still should be such a thing as privacy, and there are just
Absolutely.
things that I think should stay between families, should stay between people that genuinely love you and that you genuinely love. I just don't think everything belongs to the public just because you're in the public's eye.
That's
I,
right.
I probably won't be able to sit through it either, because
No, you
I'm
won't.
such a I've always been such a Whitney Houston fan. And I mean, and even when, just, candidly, when people were saying that, I just remember being in New York and being, at events and even at times, um, being at a party with, people that were a part of the Whitney Houston camp. Um,
Uh,
Everyone kind of, people talk then, that everyone thought that it was all Bobby, and everybody that was close knew that there were, was so much more going on than what, of course, people were finding out. But I just remember even then feeling like, you know what, I don't need to know all of that. I don't want to know all of
yeah.
that. It's not my business. And I still feel that way. I think that we treat celebrities like animals in a zoo in America and in a few other countries as well. And I just don't think it's cool. I don't think it's okay. I think,
I don't think so either.
they're human beings, and they deserve the same respect and privacy and respect of privacy as any person who's not known to the public.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and the sad thing is, this is her family put
Her
this together.
family.
Her family put this together, and I don't, there's just things in there that it is not. It's just not our business. I don't understand why everybody thinks that because you're a celebrity, then, like you said, everything you do is our business. It is not. There are things that should be held private. Things,
Exactly.
you know, and I can understand the family wanting to talk about this, but it should have been amongst themselves, not put out into the world for the world to know some of these really intimate, private things, even about Bobby Christina in here. It's just like I was just not. I was very disappointed and felt completely uncomfortable, and I just think it's sad.
I wonder if did all of the family members sanction, or was it just a few people in the family? Like, I wonder if it
I
caused a
don't
rift. Like,
know. I mean, her mom, her aunt, I mean, it was them.
wow, wow. Yeah,
So,
I just think, I mean, and there are going to be some people that say, oh, well, we that's how we are in the Black community. We want to keep secrets. There's going to be some people that say that. This is different. There are just some things like
but it's
we
not
just
keep secrets within yourself. The problem with the Black family is that we keep secrets within the family. We
yes,
never address stuff. We never talk
yep,
about it. And
that's so
that's a
true.
poison within our family.
It is,
So,
and
like
then
I said, I think it's great for the family to reveal and
but
talk about this
not to the public.
amongst themselves. But it's not our business.
Yeah. I don't
It's
know
not our
when
business.
did we used to be better at not airing dirty laundry in public. I don't know when we got to that point to where, that's something that
Girl, it's money. Let's just call it
it's
what it is.
money. It
This is
is.
money.
It is.
So sad but true.
So true. Well,
Yeah.
gosh, now I don't even know if I want to see it.
Well, I mean, people are gonna want to see it because people love,
Whitney,
the
like,
latest
yeah,
news, and it's very, like I said, it's very revealing.
is it?
So if I didn't want people to see it, I probably should have shut my butt up. Why am I talking about it?
Because now everybody's like, ooh, girl, gotta go
I know. I know. I know. Oh my
see.
God. So another thing in entertainment, completely unrelated to that. So my 17-year-old came upstairs from the basement yesterday, and he was just like sad, and just came over and gave me a hug, and he was sad, and I was like, well, what's wrong with you? And apparently his favorite
Oh yes.
rapper X X X,
Exception.
yes,
Yeah.
Extension, right?
Exception. Yeah. I think that's how
X
it's
X
pronounced.
X Extension
Yeah.
was shot and killed yesterday.
Yeah.
20-year-old kid um was killed.
Yeah.
And so, my son was taking it really hard, and I had to, think back, like, how I reacted when Whitney Houston died, how I
Amen.
reacted
When
when
Pac
Michael
died.
Jackson died, when Tupac died.
Yeah.
It's that same thing for him.
Yeah.
So I just
Yeah.
felt really bad,
Yeah.
for these
Let's
young people.
let's visit that for a second, because there was such an uproar on social media. Um, Another reason, for people to find a way to be divisive um,
Hmm.
about it, and mainly because there were celebrities that were on each side, and they have a lot of followers, and so naturally it was going to get attention and get people wagging their tongues. But like
Oh, tell me about it, because I wasn't on
okay,
social media at all
so
yesterday.
basically he has had issues in the past with he abused his, apparently, allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly, abused his girlfriend, and then I think he bragged about how he beat a gay guy down
Oh my
physically
God.
for looking at him. So
Mm.
he was there was some controversy. He was controversial. Um,
Mhm.
and the controversy was that because people were literally saying rest in peace, and there were other people that got upset about them saying rest in peace. And the singer, I think Jadina, I think I'm pronouncing her name right, was, all she said was, rest in peace. She's like, I'm not, no one is so uprighteous, and I'm not quoting, loosely quoting, that they can't
Mhm.
say rest in peace to someone. He was young, and he made mistakes, but who he did this at such a young age, who knows, he may have grown up and turned out to be a decent man later. And it was just a bunch of
Mhm.
people on both sides saying, we shouldn't feel sorry for him, and this is karma and all this stuff. And
Oh my God.
and I just recall the same type of commentary without Twitter being had
Mhm.
when both Tupac,
Yeah.
especially Tupac, was killed, because I was a huge Pac fan. I have to tell you my Pac story at a later date, but just
Hey, you can share it with the highlight thing about, or maybe you can't. Okay, no,
you
that's not public knowledge. That's family knowledge.
that's
We'll get
family.
offline to talk about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
But a huge Tupac fan, and I remember I didn't go to Vegas with my brother for that particular fight. We would always go out, and I didn't go because I had to be in New York to to I was doing research for NYU and had a visit planned, and was there when he died. And I just remember the radio and people on the radio station in New York saying some of the meanest things, just because of the way, that he lived a small part of his life, and that he got what he deserved, and
Right.
lived by the sword, died by the sword. And it reminded me of this yesterday when I was on Twitter
Yeah.
with the young guy that that got shot. It reminded me of that. And I was just like, we're becoming more and more desensitized to people being gunned down in the streets, no matter who they are, you know.
Yeah.
And people do grow. People do grow. They say dumb things. I said dumb things, as a teenager. I'm sure that I did.
Right.
I didn't have Twitter to
Right.
amplify it, but I'm
That's
sure that I
right.
did,
That's the big difference.
you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So, but there's a big thing. Yeah. So it was huge. It was
And
a
we're
bunch
just
of,
so quick to just judge everybody so quickly. It's
yes,
like, I who knows what this young man's journey had been. I mean, granted,
absolutely.
we have to grow up and make decisions and not have excuses for bad behavior just because
Yes,
of what happened to us. But that takes time.
it
That
does.
takes time to heal and grow out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so and no matter what, it's a young kid that was shot and gunned down, and he's murdered. So I feel bad for his family. That
Mm-hmm.
was my first thing, that I said to my son, I'm really sorry, and that you lost one of your, artists that you like.
And a lot
But
of kids
I
looked up
really
to
feel
him.
bad
A
for him.
lot of kids. Like that's the
Yeah,
thing, Terry. A lot of young people said that they feel that his lyrics touched on what they were going through and have gone through, because he in his
yeah.
lyrics he talked a lot about depression. He talked a lot about
Um,
yeah, mental health, and I mean in his rhymes he openly shared that he was vulnerable in that way, talking about
yeah,
just the despair that he sometimes feels. And a lot of young people listened to his music because they felt like that he was speaking to a part of their truths. So
right, right. Well, again, rest in peace, son. And, again, my prayers just goes out to his family, his friends, and his fans,
yeah,
because we all know that feeling.
yes we do.
Okay, is there something we can go to on a high note? That was kind of sad.
That was kind of sad.
I went from the Whitney Houston sad shit to this sad shit. I'm like, okay, what is happy? Well,
Oh.
I'm excited to be on this 20th episode again. Just so thankful. We are actually recording this through the Zoom app. When are they going to be one of our sponsors, Melissa? When
Girl,
is Zoom going to be a
I
sponsor?
don't know.
We keep using
I
their shit.
yes, I have
So
listen, and I have reached out to them and
have
everything.
you?
Like,
They
yes,
must not know who I am.
they
I
must
mean,
not
like, what the
know.
hell?
They
They
don't
must
know.
not know who the hell I need to get Lola so Lola could come tell them who her mommy is. I'm getting Lola on, stick Lola on everybody.
They don't know.
They don't know.
Oh,
But so
but that's
yeah, so
okay.
this
We're going great because people are listening and
yeah,
downloading and commenting, and we don't have Zoom yet, but they'll come around because we have other people that are emailing and interested, and it's really exciting. So
okay, good.
they'll be there soon.
Good, good, good. Well, we just want to again thank you guys. This is the final episode for season 1 of I Look Good Naked.
Woo!
And we just want to say thank you. And I guess we can leave you. Let me see if I can find something really amazing that a word to leave with um, for from Lisa Nichols.
Yes,
Because we're gonna be down on hiatus for what is that, 2 weeks?
2 weeks. Yep.
For 2 weeks. And so just to give you something to think about, let's see. Well, this is something to think about if you are aspiring or if you are hoping to transform your life and you need changes, whether it's mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, emotionally. Who are you hanging around?
Ooh.
Who are you hanging around? Know that sad people try to make other people sad.
Mm.
Um, hurt people
Try to.
hurt people. So be aware of who you're hanging around. Um, you may need to relocate physically and mentally.
And mentally, absolutely.
Yeah. So just something to think about, you guys.
Pack
We
your
want
mental
everyone.
tent.
Yeah, yeah. We
And
want everyone to live their best life, to be happy, successful, just peaceful, um, full of wealth and good health. That is what we wish you. Melissa, would you like to close out with anything else?
I mean, I think that's it. We want everyone to live their best life. And I mean, if tuning into I Look Good Naked every single week can help you do that, then by all
Yes,
means, keep tuning in and
yes,
keep
yes,
listening, because that's our goal. Each and every one of us, me, Terry, Cass, everybody on our team, we're all trying to live our best lives like we absolutely have to. It's kind of, it's a compelling, like we are compelled to do that. So
yes.
live your
Yep.
best life. Yeah.
Live your best life. We're so excited. We love you. We appreciate you. And thank you, thank you, thank you for tuning in to I Look Good Naked podcast.
I'm a boss chick, yeah, I'm a boss lady. I be calling shots, I be getting money. I'm a boss chick, yeah, I'm a boss lady. I be calling shots, I be getting money.